Hi everyone, Tage Brombat with Tage Takeaways. Today I'm going to talk about something that I'm very, very passionate about and I practiced over and over, which is preparing for the worst. And how do you do that? You practice your rebuttals. So everyone goes into a meeting, a discussion, a negotiation, sales pitch, whatever it might be. You go into it with, you have all the paperwork, you've done the research, you're going to assume they're going to say yes, and how do you walk them through it, right? That is usually what you want to do. But as a complement to that, think about the worst case scenario. They're not going to go the way you want to go. They're going to say things to throw you off. They don't want to pay the price you want. This is not a good time. So what you want to do, the best way to practice, obviously in the mirror, pitch, how you sound, tonality and everything else, but also write down in your industry. For me in banking, back in the day when I was cold calling 400 or 500 dials a day, the three basic rebuttals were, I already am working with a financial advisor. I just spent too much money. I'm not liquid. And right now I have to talk to my partner or my wife. Those are the top three of about maybe 20 to 25 rebuttals we encountered on a day-to-day basis. So what I did was I wrote those down. Here are the top 21, 22 rebuttals that I heard day in, day out. Then I came up with 3 to 5 answers, legitimate, genuine answers to those rebuttals, but different, unique ones, because you know the old adage is when someone says no once, you got to turn them around a little bit. When they say no twice, you still have a shot. Once someone says no 3 times to anything, they've already gotten used to the word no and they're going to start tuning you out. So you have 3 shots to get them to turn into, well, that's not right, or maybe that wasn't the right way, but here's why I really don't want to invest, or whatever it might be. So whatever industry you're in, again, sales, pharmaceutical sales, banking, retail, whatever it might be, if you want to become better as a person, as a professional, as an executive, whatever it might be, practice the art of negotiation, because at the end of the day, this person opposing you, and I don't mean in a bad way, but opposing you on the other side of the table, they wish to get something, you wish to get something. And I always say the mutual win has to happen, so you both want to come back to the table and do more business or whatever it might be. So how do you do that? For your industry, write down, what do you hear most often? In some industries, it just might be, in pharmaceutical sales, it might be 2 or 3 only, like we are locked in with another vendor, I don't make the decision, I'm not the decision maker, whatever it might be. So regardless of your industry, write those down, top 5, top 10, whatever you hear, and then think about the most logical, intelligent, and genuine, gotta be genuine. Write down those rebuttals, 3 or 4 or 5 different ways if you can. Memorize them. I would sit on the train, when I'm watching TV, when I'm just sitting out on the terrace hanging out, I would practice them over and over, and it was annoying, but guess what happened? Now, when someone gave me a rebuttal, I expected the unexpected. I know that when I said, the sale is going to be about 450,000, this is how it works, et cetera, and the client would say, well, not right now because I'm not the decision maker, but I have to talk to my partner. Let me get back to you. And then there was a rebuttal ready. And then I realized the secret there is, after the second time, I appreciated what they said, but I said, it sounds like to me that might not be it because you've made a decision before without your partner, correct? Well, I have. Okay, and maybe right now you don't want to. Is there something else that I'm not covering? Or is this that you're working with someone else? Or maybe we can get your partner on the next call, whatever it might be. So think about that. If you were being sold something and you know from your perspective, I'm not going to buy this car for this reason, and then the dealer, whomever said, well, if that's what's holding you back, tell you what, we'll do this on the price. And then if you're like, oh, now what do I do? I didn't want to really buy it today. If he's smart, he'll say, so it's not the price. May I ask what's holding you back from taking and enjoying something you like today? And then you're more prone to saying it genuinely, well, I have to talk to my girlfriend or whatever. And then he says, well, give me a call when you want to come back with her or whatever. See how real and genuine that sounds? Think about that. So write down your top 5 to 10, 20 rebuttals. Write down whatever you hear, and then 3 to 5 responses for each one. Practice them over and over, and I promise you, when you get on the phone, when you're sitting with someone doing a Zoom call, you're going to sound so much more efficient, more well-rounded. I mean, at 22, I used to sound like I was 30 because I practiced so much. And then when clients met me, they thought, wait, where's your boss? The person I spoke to on the phone, and I said, that was me. So that's what you want, right? You want to be well-rounded. You want to be genuine, passionate, etc. How do you do that? Build confidence. How do you build confidence? Practice and practice and practice. So even if you're not good at pitching or whatever it might be, practice over and over, one rebuttal at a time. Start from the brick by brick and build yourself up. I promise you that'll help you. And if you need help with a pitch, send me a DM or a note, and I promise you I'll get back to you within a few days with a couple of ways to how to help you. I hope that helps. Try it, practice, and I bet you it'll make you a better salesperson or a better person all around. Talk to you very soon.